an image I want to show you all, which I actually showed in a live stream that I did, but it's that image right there. It's all about the mindfulness chapter. So, another thing I disagreed with in this book, there was something I talked about on my blog post about it, that in order to fully live and appreciate a moment, like a child's hand in yours, or a fancy pizza that you made, or something to that effect, is to not remember it via a photo or a video, but rather what you felt and think and process by your own brain in that physical moment. Personally, for me, as an artist, a content creator, and I guess a human. Am I human? But as all of those things, I disagree with that, because for me, like, I don't know, like, I think photography and videos do have a memory and life of their own, in a sense, because, like, if I leave it up to me, I won't remember. Like, it won't be in my head. I will forget it very easily. Like, I don't know, like, I think photography especially, like, captures, like, there's something so captivating about cameras and, like, capturing a moment and then being able to look back on that moment as, like, a physical representation of this actually happened, you know, like that. I think that there's just so much more. I think videos and, like, photos can offer more of a memory recognition than purely brain memory, because at least mine, I won't remember. So, like, I can think of, like, I think for me, when I take a picture of something, like if it's a friend or a location, like at the university or whatever, like, I remember it better because I've taken a picture of it, because I've lived in that experience, the process of creating it, and then now I can remember it more, even more, and then I can look back on it in the future to remember it even more. Like, I disagree. If you made it this far into the video, I want you to leave a yellow heart in the comments. I don't know, I haven't really looked at all the footage yet, but I'm definitely thinking this is in 2 parts, if not maybe 3 parts. But I want you to know that I really appreciate, we're definitely winding down, honestly. Like, I'm definitely going to finish this video pretty soon, or at least this review. Let's just call it a review. Well, the whole review is going to be over pretty soon. One thing I wanted to mention is that I have a lot of old unpublished book reviews for my blog, and some actually published book reviews for my blog. If you would like me to reread a book, or, you know, that I haven't read in a while, or, you know, from what I've already written about, let me know in the comments. Or if you want me to read a book that you're interested in, or you've read, or you enjoyed, or whatever, leave it down below. Just let me know trigger warnings if there's anything in them, particularly if you've already read them yourself. But if you would like to see me do video content out of old book reviews, or even more, because I'm gonna keep doing, like, video reviews in a sense, like, going forward and everything. But if there's something that I have already read that you want me to, like, review in, like, a video, or, like, in another blog post, or reread the book, or whatever it might be, like, let me know, because I'm definitely interested in that, and, like, that would be really cool. 2 books I already know that I really want to reread again. I actually looked for it at the library yesterday, but it wasn't there. Ash by John Herbert, I believe. And I don't remember the author for this book, but The Pied Piper. I loved that book. It was so good. So yeah, let me know. So leave a yellow heart if you made it this far, and recommend some books for me down below. And if they have any mental health, suicide, hot potato, like homicide, that kind of stuff to it, just let me know in a trigger warning, somewhere in your comment, so that I'm not, you know, final thoughts. So it's currently 4:30. I don't know when I started filming. Did I start filming? I think I filmed around 3. So it's been a solid hour and a half. But anywho, final thoughts for this book. There is one other prompt page that is here in this notation here. I should have done it earlier. But it is the core strengtheners. And this is all about the wobbly balance chapter where, you know, she has to go walk on a slack line and not fall down, and just how balance will not be perfect, and it won't be a how does she put it, balance is not equality, it's the weight, how much weight to put, correct weight to put onto certain things in our lives to get the most out of it. So I want to make this page try to recreate it a little bit in my planner to keep it in there, and then I am going to get all these page flags, all of these stacks of page flags, all this information and everything, and I'm gonna there it goes into the trash because I no longer need it. So this is the end of the review. This is the end of my time with this book, and I just have to do that one. I'm going to redraw it in my planner, but I'm officially going to return this book to the library after having it out for about a year, and definitely having to owe fines on it. And yeah, overall, I recommend this book. Out of 5, out of 5, I say 5 out of 5. Definitely recommend this book. I really enjoyed it. I got a lot out of it. If you're curious about how I processed and spoke about this book and talked about it here, feel free to check out my very long book review on it on my blog. Same username, recoverytowellness.wordpress.com. I have a WordPress blog. I've had it, about 6 years now. I think, right? 2016, 2022? I don't know. I've had it for a while, and yeah, 6 years. Okay, good, yeah. But I can't do math. Math is one of the things that I could care less about. But, yes. So, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed, and I don't know if I'll film anything else today. This was a lot. But if you do want to check out the rest of my review, go check it out on my blog. It's completely posted there. It's up. And let me know what next thing you want me to read or react to or review as a video versus just a written form or whatever it might be. And the next book, I think I showed it to you guys, so I'm gonna do this drawing in my planner, take off all the page flag things that are left, and then return it to the library. Maybe I will go buy something, I don't know, maybe not, I don't know. Okay. And then this is the next book I'm going to read, which is actually going to be perfect for having what I finished read. So it's that thick. That's the non-fiction book I'm going to start reading, and then this is the fiction book I'm going to continue. So yeah. And as always, stay safe, take care, be well. Much love and light to you. I will see you when I see you. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope you enjoyed my thoughts, and we'll see you whenever I get this video out, and yeah, thanks. Also, my book stack grew again. Where is it? No, not that way. Yeah, that grew. Leave me a green heart down below if you enjoyed this video. And feel free to subscribe or check out my stuff, or I'm mainly on Instagram now, so check me out there. Hi, Raquel again. So I figured out that I'm gonna add an additional section to the slow review, and also it's going to be 3 parts. So the whole review video format of the review will be in 3 different parts, and I have a list of what those parts will be. So that's sort of the raw footage length of them. And for this one, I'm going to add something I didn't mention when I filmed the video review, so I'm going to add it to this part. as to where I put this. It's currently May 5th, and I returned the book. In the timeline of things, I returned the book on like Wednesday. It's Thursday now, so I returned it Wednesday, and the fees have disappeared, so now I only owe $37, which I'm really excited about, really happy about. But yes, I will take requests, I suppose, and I will do more video book review things, so yeah, it'll be fun. And this is going to be my last segment within the slow book review. My first time doing a video formed book review, and something I do want to continue more on my channel because I think it went pretty well. The video is going to be composed of 3 parts, and this is the last part. I'm adding another segment to it because in my review that I published on my blog, which is where I got most of my sort of the path of which I took to talk about the review in the video format. What I didn't mention in the other clips that I filmed is the social media aspect, which was bothering me that I hadn't done it. So over the last week, when I've, had since filmed all the other parts of it, I was like, I think I really have to mention that in my review in the video format too. So here we are, and so I'm going to just mention some of that. So some of the constructive criticism, so this is about Slow, which you'll understand already, but Slow was about, well, we already know what it's about because this is going to be within that video, but for me to remember, it talked a lot about how social media, like discouraging social media usage, or at least modifying social media usage. So in the sense of if it's leading to comparisons, there was actually a quote that she used, McAllery, in saying that social media is just people's highlight reel, and people don't show their like tantrums or like struggles and stuff, which I don't think in the mental health realm of things, as a mental health advocate, I don't think that's actually as accurate. I think people who do advocacy within mental health tend to be more open about that and more showing the struggle and showing the, yeah, maybe why someone does it is questionable, but like more often as within the mental health realm of things and the awareness of things, there's more of that vulnerability and that showing it's not all perfect, which I think is helpful. And also, it can be unhealthy at times too, so it's that kind of dancing line between, is it unhealthy or is it a healthy thing, or is it healthy attention or unhealthy attention, and that kind of thing. But overall, I personally felt like, there's a whole chapter in the book about disconnecting to reconnect with people in real life versus just online. I find, for me, I am looking for a community, so like that's definitely what I find online, especially with the pandemic. I think maybe if the pandemic hadn't happened, that would have been a little bit less. But I like to have an online community and like places that I can put myself and my stuff out there, I guess, but in a healthier way since the last 4 years or so. So I didn't particularly agree with that part. I thought it also depends if a person's using social media to compare themselves to what they don't have versus being grateful for what they do have. So the approach matters as well. I know on Twitter, for me, when I read this book, reading the book, it made me decide that I wanted to delete my Twitter, which I still want to do. I just haven't fully done it. Like, I started to look at what DMs I had on Twitter, and then that made me second guess whether I should delete it or not, but I think I will be deleting it. If not, I might just be on a permanent hiatus. I don't really know. There's stuff on there on my Twitter account that I don't want on there, so I don't know about that. But reading the book definitely made me think, because Twitter definitely became, the last few years, I only made a Twitter back in April 2017. I think it was like the 17th or something that I made it, but it was originally to promote my blog and promote my videos and promote my videos and my blog and fanfiction stuff. But then I just started only doing blog type posts on Twitter, and then that took away from my actual blog. So I want to kind of, taking back the power of it would be to take back control over how my blog is like my source, so I put my stuff there instead. And also, it's full of Marvel spoilers, and also just so depressing. It's so depressing. It's such a like, I don't know, it's just soul sucking, and it's just too depressing. So as of 2022, I've been not on Twitter at all, and I've actually taken it out of all the social functions. Like, I have on my blog, I've taken it out as like even referencing that that's mine and all of that. So I mean, that's a whole thing. I've also been sort of rebranding myself lately. I've been trying to do less of my own last name, at least, and so I just do Raquel's Lighthouse now. And like, maybe if more people come into the community, I can call you guys Little Lighthouses. But like, I don't know, I just like Little Lighthouses just because it's alliteration. But if we can come up with a different like fandom name, like, I can't think of anything, but that's something to work up towards. But yeah, so the social media thing, I didn't really agree with all of that. Instagram I made in September 2021, so that I have found is more of a positive, healthier, like, reminder thing. That's actually something I get, it's just a lot healthier, and like, I follow a lot of like graphic design kind of accounts that are about mental health and recovery, and also just like promote stuff, which I actually want to shout them out in a future video and on Instagram and all of that stuff. But that's pretty much what I follow, and I save like my most favorite ones, or if it's like eating disorder awareness stuff, then I save like that for like if I want to write about it, like topics to include in my fiction writing. So Instagram has been more of a place of positivity. I mean, there's types art videos I find that I criticize my own artwork by, so that's a little shaky at times. And I can definitely get lost on there too. I can understand that. So it's sort of just being more, the book definitely promotes more mindfulness of, are you having a healthy relationship online, or is there something else you can do in your real life that can modify that? You can get that same source of validation or support in real life versus online. But I think it's also independent. I guess it depends on how much the audience is there as well, and like how much feedback there is, so it all depends. I personally, for me, I didn't agree with that as much, and I thought, you know, I still want to stick to like forming an online community and like getting support that way. But it's also important to also take breaks and stuff, and I definitely do. Like, when I work at Althea, like, I don't check my phone. I check my phone in like, over the span of 8.5 hours, I check it like 2 or 3 times. So like, I definitely have work, and I think also because YouTube and stuff isn't my job, that also gives me a little bit more freedom to be able to have days where I'm not online, and then have days where I can be online more, and all of that. It's all about that, not equal balance, but that correct balance in a sense too. And final thoughts, I think that's really the most of what I wanted to say for the like social media aspect of things. You know, you can read more on my blog about my review and like what I took from it, and if you want to see some of the points that I made throughout the mini series, review series, I guess, you can check that out there. It's the same username as here. It's recoverytowellness.wordpress.com, so feel free to check that out. I'll link it in the description as well. And that'll be that, and I hope that you're doing well, and this will officially end all the parts. So thanks so much for watching, and let me know in the comments what book you would like to see me review in a video, or a book you recommend. If it's on mental health or anything psychology based, let me know trigger warnings for that, so that I'm not just surprised all of a sudden. And if there's a book that I have done a review on my blog or in the past that you want me to reread or produce as a video, let me know as well. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed the series, and I will see you again with another book review at some point. So we'll be starting the process. I'll be starting the process of beginning my next book and probably doing lives and stuff.
I can see a lighthouse through the smoke. Everything is lost, I know.